All right, let's give the other stream here just a second to get caught up. We've got a few plays to go over today. We'll be going over the market. Very bullish move in the market. We did talk about, even though coming into bearish today, what it would have to do to become bullish. Did exactly that with the gap and all. So let's go ahead and get started. Good afternoon. This is Ifan from the Strategic Day Trader, and this is your market wrap for October 14th, 2021. Qs up an impressive 1.8%, SPY 1.68, and IWM 1.4. IWM we stayed neutral on, never really went bearish on this one, but I was bearish on the Qs and SPY coming into today. And that's because we had a still hourly downtrend that hadn't failed, okay? And then the same goes for the SPY, all right? And so now, what did we get this morning? We had a gap up and we just took off. So what I said yesterday was if we just move up tomorrow, I wasn't anticipating a large gap. It was a pretty decent sized gap. If we just move up tomorrow and we go, earliest that we'll get a pullback is tomorrow afternoon, which would have been today, this afternoon. So we didn't get the pullback yet. So if we continue up tomorrow, then I'll be expecting that pullback even more tomorrow afternoon and maybe triggers into Monday. But with the move today, we can no longer be bearish. Okay, so what I'm saying is bullish on a pullback. Okay, so the hourly already ended the downtrend on a higher low will be bullish. And then the weekly has triggered the weekly buy setup. Sloppy a little bit down here, but has triggered the weekly buy setup. The one that time frame that's kind of still getting caught up with the program or has yet to turn as bullish is the daily, because the daily is kind of up into resistance. You can see the 20 MA still pointing down as a result of the previous downtrend that I went in. Okay, so the daily is saying I need more time, and then I will also be bullish and matched up with everybody else. So does that we may get a little bit of back and forth as the daily starts to line up. The only scenario where we wouldn't be bullish tomorrow is if we completely negate today's bar. And if we completely negate today's bar, then we're going to be looking at sideways range. And so I won't have a bias. If we negate the bar from today, then I will be neutral until we clear this range. This will be essentially the range that we're in. Okay, big, sloppy, ugly range is what it'll become. Okay, all right, so bullish into going into tomorrow. If tomorrow ends up being power trend down day or a gap down or something, right, then we'll be neutral for Monday. But we'll talk about that tomorrow after we see what tomorrow does. But bullish for now, okay? All right, let's go over today's plays. Favorite two gaps were the Tiger and the FUTU for a short. Those were the favorite gap downs. A lot of the gap ups today I thought were just way too thin, way too wild. So these were the ones. Sammy had a call on the Tiger here. Tiger on this base breakdown here. Really pretty, really nice base breakdown, tight stop. I think it gave close to 3 Rs. And then FUTU, which was more like 2. FUTU I gave you numbers for. I really liked that this FUTU gave this little shakeout right here. Right, tried to move up and then completely rejected underneath that low. Stop above the topping tail on the FUTU. Okay. Ended up trailing this whole thing 2 minute bar by bar. So I wasn't in it for this last new low. So it wasn't a huge play just because the stop was pretty big. This thing's a little bit on the jumpy side. So, you know, management was fine. As you know, if you're in the room, had a little bit of a power network outage. That was the reason for the trail there. Had to do that kind of while the platform was down. Just had to do it on my phone. So it's not ideal, but it turned out fine. Didn't make much of a difference really on how I would have normally managed it. On the FUTU, because it actually would have trailed off the hourly over this bar, which is 72.50, which is my exit was 72.30 something anyway off that 2 minutes. So not a big deal there. Okay, so that was for the morning. Then for the afternoon, gave a shot on this LU. Unfortunately, this kicked back so hard, didn't make much on it, which was a shame because really got it from 71 and it was only a 10-cent stop. Tried to, I was planning to cover some here. It popped so fast. Exit was late. And then I killed the back half break even on the LU. So that's too bad. And, this one really kind of distracted me from the ESPR, which was better. Now, the only issue with the ESPR was that, I don't know, I didn't really feel the momentum in this thing. It's a pretty pattern, so I might have just overthought it a little bit on this one. Otherwise, this is fine. There's really no reason to pass on this. Look at this daily. So I found this in the morning as an additional, sorry, that's a 4 hour. I found this in the morning as an additional gap. It was like you clearing the support there. Super, super weak. We've played so many. Even the FUTU. This is what we've been playing just daily is these that are pretty weak and then gapping down more. Omer was that way. I think COMM was that way. This is the PNW. Look at the PNW. Same thing there. That's the stuff we've been shorting and having really nice follow through. So that was, gave like 2 hours in 10, 15 minutes. So triggers there, and then you get 2 hours right away because of how tight. Well, actually triggered up here. It's a really tight stop though. Some nice stuff. Yeah, probably the first thing I felt like I really missed today, just because I was a little bit focused on that LU. But that happens. So, and then the LU didn't end up even making that much. So, I thought today was not too bad. Hopefully, if you're in the room, you're able to participate with the plays, enjoying the open house, getting your questions answered as well, and able to pick up on some of the methodology. All right, tomorrow is the last day of the open house, so last chance here. The link is in the description if you'd like to take these plays, see what we're stocking during the morning and what we're going after. All right, so hope you had a nice day. I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good rest of the day.